Chapter 9. And then Adam and Eve came out of the cave of treasures, and drew near to the garden gate, and there they stood to look at it, and wept for having come away from it. And Adam and Eve went from before the gate of the garden to the southern side of it, and found there the water that watered the garden, from the root of the tree of life, and that parted itself from thence into 4 rivers over the earth. Then they came out and drew near to that water, and looked at it, and saw that it was the water that came forth from under the root of the tree of life in the garden. And Adam wept and wailed, and smote upon his breast for being severed from the garden, and said to Eve, Why hast thou brought upon me, upon thyself, and upon our seed, so many of these plagues and punishments? And Eve said unto him, What is it thou hast seen to weep, and to speak to me in this wise? And he said to Eve, Seeing thou not this water that was with us in the garden, that watered the trees of the garden, and flowed out thence? And when we were in the garden, did not care about it. But since we came out to this strange land, we love it, and turn it to us for our body. But when Eve heard these words from him, she wept. And from the soreness of their weeping, they fell into that water, and would have put an end to themselves in it, so as to never again to return and behold the creation. For when they looked upon the work of creation, they felt they must put an end to themselves. Then God, merciful and gracious, looked upon them, thus lying in the water, and nigh unto death, and sent an angel, who brought them out of the water, and laid them on the seashore as dead. Then the angel went up to God, was welcome, and said, O God, thy creatures have breathed their last. Then God sent his word unto Adam and Eve, who raised them from their death. And Adam said, after he was raised, O God, while we were in the garden, we did not require or care for this water. But since we came to this land, we cannot do without it. Then God said to Adam, While thou wast under my command, and wast a bright angel, thou knewest not this water. But after thou hast transgressed my commandment, thou canst not do without water, wherein to wash thy body and make it grow, for it is now like that of beasts, and is in want of water. When Adam and Eve heard these words from God, they wept a bitter cry. And Adam entreated God to let him return into the garden, and look at it a second time. But God said unto Adam, I have made thee a promise. When that promise is fulfilled, I will bring thee back into the garden, thee and thy righteous seed. And God ceased to commune with Adam. Chapter 11. Then Adam and Eve felt themselves burning with thirst and heat and sorrow. And Adam said to Eve, We shall not drink of this water, even if we were to die. O Eve, when this water comes into our inner parts, it will increase our punishments and that of our children that shall come after us. Both Adam and Eve then withdrew from the water, and drank none of it at all, but came and entered the cave of treasures. But when in it, Adam could not see Eve. He only heard the noise she made. Neither could she see Adam, but heard the noise he made. Then Adam wept in deep affliction, and smote upon his breast. And he arose and said to Eve, Where art thou? And she said unto him, Lo, I am standing in this darkness. He then said to her, Remember the bright nature in which we lived, while we abode in the garden? O Eve, remember the glory that rested on us in the garden? O Eve, remember the trees that overshadowed us in the garden while we moved among them? O Eve, remember that while we were in the garden, we knew neither night nor day. Think of the tree of life, from below which flowed the water, and that shed luster over us. Remember, O Eve, the garden land, and the brightness thereof. Think, O think of that garden, in which was no darkness, while we dwelt therein. Whereas no sooner did we come into this cave of treasures, than darkness compassed us round about, until we can no longer see each other, and all the pleasure of this life has come to an end. Chapter 12. Then Adam smote upon his breast, he and Eve, and they mourned the whole night until dawn drew near, and they sighed over the length of the night in Mayasia. And Adam beat himself and threw himself on the ground in the cave from bitter grief, and because of the darkness, and lay there as dead. But Eve heard the noise he made in falling upon the earth, and she felt about for him with her hands, and found him like a corpse. Then she was afraid and speechless, and remained by him. But the merciful Lord looked on the death of Adam, and on Eve's silence from fear of the darkness. And when the word of God came unto Adam, and raised him from his death, and opened Eve's mouth that she might speak, then Adam arose in the cave, and said, O God, wherefore has light departed from us, and darkness come over us? Wherefore dost thou leave us in this long darkness? Why wilt thou plague us thus? And this darkness, O Lord, where was it ere it came upon us? It is such that we cannot see each other. For so long as we were in the garden, we never saw nor even knew what darkness is. I was not hidden from Eve, neither was she hidden from me, until now that she cannot see me, and no darkness came upon us to separate us from each other. But she and I were both in one bright light. I saw her, and she saw me. Yet now, since we came into this cave, darkness has come upon us, and parted us asunder, so that I do not see her, and she does not see me. O Lord, will thou then plague us with this darkness? I want to see you in the next chapter, so I'm going to see you there. And until next time, dear friends, I'm sending you peace, love, and blessings.